All right, boys and girls, we got Luca, 11-5 up top, going up against Denver. He's questionable. Left groin. That's not good. We know a lot of these teams like to use weekend games to rest their players, so let's see what happens with Luca. If Luca can't go, we know Kyrie gets a bump, and we know Clay gets a little bit of a bump. SGA 9.9 doesn't have to go. He hasn't been going crazy this season, but he didn't need to. Jalen Williams has stepped up. Chet has stepped up, so he's all right at 9.9K. I'm about to call him Lonzo. LaMelo 9.6. Sensational all season. Fire his ass up. Ja, Maxey, Barnes out, no problem. Fox. Production has come down a little bit because of DeRozan, but as expected, 8.5K, he's an okay play. Kyrie plays for Kerr, so that's always going to be a red flag, but he's in the player pool. Kyrie is fine. He gets a bump. We'll keep an eye on him. Scottie Pippen Jr. 7-1. He's a little bit too cheap for his upside. He'll be 8K by the end of the week if Ja doesn't come back. Shove Pippen up your ass. Pause. Rozier's fine. Westbrook is overpriced now because Murray's back. Murray's a little bit too cheap also. Russell in his new role off the bench. I think he had a decent game. 25 fantasy points, 5.6K. That's okay. We're looking for 30 fantasy points from him. But you know what? Hopefully he gets comfortable in his new role and puts up more fantasy points. Lowry, no thank you. Monk is not a great play because if Herder's hot, that's gonna cut into Monk's minutes. Be very careful with Monk. Tyus Jones is in play at 5.1K. Scoot Henderson had a. I don't need Scoot Henderson. When he gets himself together, then we'll talk. Trey Mann is absolutely in play if he can go. Shaden Sharp for 4.9K with his 20 minutes a game. Did his minutes get increased? No. All right, yes, but by 1 minute. When he's back in game shape, 24, 28 minutes, then we'll talk. The rest of these guys aren't going into my lineups. Let's go to shooting guard. Anthony Edwards is a little bit too cheap for his upside. Oubre's fine at 7.5. He's been underwhelming, and he's 7.5. I actually rather play Hero, to be honest with you. Simons at 7K is fine. Grady Dick, 6.9K. You know, the Lakers love to give it up to the wings. However, now we got Cam Reddish in the starting lineup, and he's a better defender than D'Lo, whatever that means. But Dick is still in play. That sounded crazy. Pause. Reeves should get more usage without D'Lo next to him. So give Reeves a little bit of a bump with this new move. Not interested in Beal really. Hield is fine. Agbaji's fine. As long as he starts at 5.9K. Davion Mitchell, I don't really need if Quickly's going to be back. No Podziemski for me off the bench. Wells, you could take that shot with no Morant. Clay is 5.3K. You could have just stayed in Golden State for all that. Clay is not in play for me. If Luka can't go, then Clay's in play. No Marcus Smart for me. Braun, if he's my last guy in, no problem. Herder, if he's my last guy in. Dort, last guy in, fine. Quickly's in play if I missed him. All right, let's go to small forward. Braun is crazy. 21 years in the league, and he's still a top player in the league, producing high-end fantasy points. Braun's in play. Paul George was on a limit, but I would tell y'all something about Paul George, but then some of y'all are going to get y'all panties in a bunch. Paul George don't really care about basketball, but I'm gonna continue my video. RJ Barrett's in play 87. A little bit overpriced with quickly back. I'd rather play Jalen Williams, to be honest with you, at $700 less. DeRozan in 7-8. He's fine. I'd rather play him than George. There's no Butler. Give Hero a bump. Give Rozier a bump. Give Bam a bump. The rest of them guys I'm not touching. I don't even care who starts for him. Because whoever starts for him, maybe Jaquez. Is Jaquez playing? If Jaquez starts for him, that's fine. Anybody other than Jaquez, be very careful. Miller's in play. Porter's in play. Avdia, no thank you. Kuminga, no thank you. If you do a game log watch for Kuminga and see a good game, that was a blowout run. Hachimura, I don't mind. Hawkins Jr., 5.2K. What's wrong with him? Illness. All right. Drink some Alka-Seltzer. Take 2 Tylenol and get your ass on the floor. If Butler is questionable or he's out. So Hawkins should start for Butler, and he should be a good play at 5.2K. Laravia's in play. If Luka can't go, Marshall's in play. Marshall gets a bump. Cam Reddish is in play at 3.7K. Alright, before we go to power forward, if you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. If you're struggling to cash, you don't have time to wait for starting lineups. You don't have time to wait for last second news. I got you. I'll send you my finalized optimal up to date lineups right before lock. Check out the Patreon link in the description. Check out the channel membership right here on YouTube. And super chats are open. Alright, let's go to power forward. Let's wrap this up. Randall's in play. They finally priced him up. I'm gonna do something I know is gonna backfire. I'm gonna try to shove Jaren Jackson in my lineup before his price goes up, and I guarantee you he fails us. Fire up Jaren Jackson Jr. He's kind of priced up already, but I have a feeling he's gonna fail us. Keegan Murray's in play. Jeremy Grant, if you're desperate. Aldama if he starts. I never get Caleb Martin right. Naj Reid is fine. Wiggins is okay. PJ Washington gets a bump if there's no Luka. I don't know. I don't really know what's up with Highsmith. One game he plays 2 minutes, the other he plays 35. And there's no guarantee if they start him, they bring him out for the second half. They be doing Jovic dirty. I'll keep my eye on some of these wings for Miami, or these bigs, or these power forwards, whatever you want to call them. Jovic is off the table. He should be free the way they play him. They started Brandon Clark the last game. 18 minutes. See? Bait and switch. They don't love him. Alright, let's go to center. Jokic 11-8 and play all the time. AD against Toronto. Pirtle got no answer for him. Sabonis 9-6 and play. Chet, Pirtle, Bam gets a bump. Drummond we don't need on this slate. Ayton's in play. Gobert's in play. Nurkic if he's your last man in. No Gafford for me. No Lively for me. No Edie for me. No Jackson Davis for me. Shit. I might as well just play Huff for all that. Huff is my last man in if the rest of my lineup is fire. At least he plays when he's on the court. That's more than 80% of some of these guys. We're in a real epidemic right now with the NBA, but we'll take it day by day. Listen, I'm going to go in and get out of here. Appreciate y'all taking the time to watch my video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. Check out the Patreon link in the description. Check out the channel membership right here on YouTube. And I'll talk to y'all guys later. Ciao.